tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe here in this video. Now, ever since Shannon Sharpe actually left Undisputed with Skip Bayless, there's been a lot of speculation that Shannon Sharpe would actually go to ESPN and join Stephen A. Smith on First Take. And even Stephen A. Smith has actually come out and says he wants Shannon Sharpe to actually join First Take. Now, Skip Bayless, he has a rotation of guys coming in over there on Undisputed. They're kind of replicating on First Take. And Skip Bayless has actually been called out for that. Richard Sherman's going to be there. I believe Rachel Nichols. I don't see how that's going to work right there. But Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. being together, that is something that Stephen A. Smith wanted. And now, guys, the report actually came down yesterday that Shannon Sharpe is heading to ESPN First Take. Now, this would not be a surprise. The news actually dropped, I believe, first from the New York Post. Andrew Marchand, who drops quite a few sports stories, he dropped the news. Let's go ahead and read some of this first because Stephen A. Smith actually has something to say about this. It says here, Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe vowed to be back on TV before the football season begins, and he will be. According to Andrew Marchand and Ryan Glass-Steagall of the New York Post, Sharpe will appear on ESPN First Take twice per week, Mondays and Tuesdays during the NFL season. The end result for Sharpe, who played for the Broncos and Ravens, is a swap of Skip Bayless for his former ESPN co-host, Stephen A. Smith. Sharpe exited FS1's Undisputed in June, a move that, by all appearances, was not voluntary. Smith had made it clear that he wanted to add Sharpe to the rotating cast of guest hosts. Bayless will have a rotation post-Sharpe. Co-hosts include Richard Sherman and Rachel Nichols, and possibly Keyshawn Johnson or Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin should definitely be on that show, who remains in limbo at both the NFL Network and ESPN. So that was the story. Everybody was running with it. However, there seems to be a problem, guys. Look here on the Spun. There are conflicting reports on Shannon Sharpe, ESPN union. And the person that actually came out and said, wait a minute, hold on, hold your horses, was actually Stephen A. Smith himself. Yes, the man that actually said he wanted Shannon Sharpe on the show came back and said, wait a minute, hold on. Andrew Marchand, you're wrong. He said that. Let's go ahead and play this clip here from Stephen A. This is from his Stephen A. Smith show.
His recent reports that just came out. And those reports have Shannon Sharpe coming to First Take. I have a smile on my face. It's a beautiful smile on my face. Because we all know it's something that I want. It's something that I've declared because I respect Shannon. I like him. I think he'd be a tremendous asset to the show. My show, which is my day job, First Take, ESPN, every weekday morning from 10 a.m., 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You know what time it is. It's been #1 for 12 years. Don't act like you don't know. But my point is that it'll be great to have him. Here's the issue. We don't. Sorry, Andrew Marchand of the New York Post. It's a bit premature. Shannon Sharpe has yet to sign on the dotted line to be a member of First Take. It has not happened yet. I'm still confident it'll happen. I still believe it will happen. I think it needs to happen. And I have no doubt that I'm going to exhaust any means I have available to me to make it happen.
So there you have it, guys. Stephen A. Smith has clapped back at the New York Post for running with the story. Shannon Sharpe is coming to First Take. Now, guys, I truly do believe that Andrew Marchand is right. I believe that probably everything is done with Shannon Sharpe actually going over to ESPN. The only thing that probably hasn't happened is he hasn't signed a deal yet. Maybe they've actually agreed on all of the details in these contracts. And I'm not a lawyer, but it's going to happen. I truly do believe it's going to happen because First Take is the Stephen A. Smith show. Without Stephen A. Smith having his name to it. It's the Stephen A. Smith show. He wants it to happen, so therefore it's going to happen because ESPN is in the trash. It's in the trash. So I believe that Andrew Marchand is right. He probably jumped the gun maybe a few days to a few weeks, but we're getting pretty close here to the NFL season. And when he says Mondays and Tuesdays, I truly do believe that, guys, because on Mondays, they're going to be recapping games that happen on Sunday. And on Tuesdays, they're going to be recapping Monday Night Football. So I do believe that Andrew Marchand was absolutely 1,000% right. But Stephen A. Smith, not happy with this announcement, though. Even though he said he had a smile on his face, even though he really didn't have a smile on his face, he wants it to happen. Stephen A., I believe, is calling the shots over there on his show. Remember, for a while, took him a while, but he finally got rid of Matz. And then Matz went into ESPN purgatory, got demoted again, and fired from ESPN. They didn't want him. Stephen A. Smith has a lot of pull over there. He really does. So Shannon Sharpe will be on Undisputed, or First Take, I should actually say. Kind of one and the same, when we're talking about just two different networks, basically the same show. But it's going to happen. But Stephen A. Smith is saying, hold your horses. It hasn't happened yet. But I'm willing to bet, man, probably somebody close to the situation probably actually leaked it to Andrew Marchand. And I'm pretty sure that Andrew Marchand is not going to put his credibility on the line like that and just make up something. I believe he was right. He was right about it. Any common sense thinking person knew that this was going to happen. Stephen A. has already said, I want it to happen. So he wasn't making it up. Somebody told him that Shannon Sharpe will be on First Take. And I believe that. Shannon Sharpe has not signed a contract yet, but that doesn't mean that he didn't want the offer. Now, when I go out there and get jobs, guys, guess what? They call me with the verbal offer. Okay? And then I'll say, all right, I accept this offer right here. And they say, good. We're going to send you the paperwork here in a few days. So I haven't signed on a dotted line yet, but we have agreed verbally that, hey, I'm going to take the job. And that's what I truly do believe happened over there at First Take. They have a deal in place verbally. That's my opinion on this. I truly do believe the deal is done. They just need to sign the paperwork, probably some lawyers getting involved, that kind of thing, That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports 2 fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.